So today, in The Blended Family, author Gerald Eefting offers essential tools and tips for couples working to build a harmonious blended family. Here's how he discusses his insightful and practical workbook. Well, thank you for joining us today, Gerald.
Well, appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, why don't you share? I have your book here, The Blended Family. Can you share why you wrote this book?
Well, I think the first thing is that it's hard to blend family, and whether that blended family is formed through divorce or through very simply like a death of a spouse, each individual's had trauma, and so trying to blend that family is difficult. The second piece of that is when I was blending our family, my wife and I couldn't find practical tools that would really be able to help us through setting that foundation.
So, why did you decide to write this book in a workbook format?
Well, I'm a certified coach, so I wanted to do it from a coaching perspective. No one answer is going to fit everybody's solution, is going to fit every family and every solution. So I wanted to make sure that it was flexible, and so the book is full of stories and questions and exercises, and so everybody will be able to form their own roadmap to blending their own family. And that roadmap kind of has a starting point, which is where you are today and where you've come from, and then the second piece of that is the destination and the journey. The destination being, what do you want your blended family to look like?
I love
What
that.
is the vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the vision? What's the future that you want? And also the journey being, how do you build those relationships in this new blended family? How do you ensure that everybody feels loved and supported? And then the final piece of that is detours, and detours always happen in life. Life is really messy, and so it's those detours as well that are the challenges for blended families.
I love that because it's like everybody needs a roadmap, and it actually is. That's your title there, roadmap for bringing your family together. But that roadmap can look different for each family, so they can take this and really bring it into their reality. So that's great. That's good.
Yeah,
Well, in your
absolutely.
opinion, what are some of the largest issues that blended families face?
Yeah, we could spend hours on this one, but I think the largest, here's some of the largest ones. One is a mentality of ours versus mine and yours. You need to convert that mine and yours to ours, whether that's through possessions, whether that's through finances, whether that's through your children. And then the second one would be fair versus equal. And a lot of times people don't feel the expression of love or the expression through finances are fair versus equal. And then also another one would be a partner feels like they're not as loved as much as the children are. And so all of a sudden now you feel somebody that's left out. And that especially happens if one of the partners does not have children. They've never experienced children, and so all of a sudden now they feel like a third wheel, and so that becomes sometimes a very large issue. There's financial challenges and disagreements, and that's a huge piece working that out, especially around who pays what and who does what, and etc. And then there's the whole parenting challenges, whether it's parenting styles. A lot of times we developing our parenting styles when our kids were very young. And so all of a sudden now when we blend a family, we have two sets of parenting styles, and they may not even be compatible at that time because what's allowed for one set of children may not be what was allowed previously. So there's might be some whole big adjustments. And the whole adjustment around children, because children may not respect that new adult in their family. They may not get along with their new step siblings. And so there's all kinds of those challenges. And then there's the whole challenges of schedules and X's. And it's kind of like you throw a pebble into a pond and then you have this ripple effect. Well, that happens all the time for blended families.
Hmm. It's so
Those
true.
are
You're
just a few of them.
Yeah, you're bringing in a lifetime really of experiences and situations into two families. So, what are
Absolutely.
some of the obstacles that you've had to overcome in your family that would inspire other men and women such as yourself?
Yeah, I think really quickly, just the first challenge I had to do is I was raised in a strong Christian, traditional Christian household, and so when I was going through my divorce, I thought I was I was doing everything wrong, and my religion said that I was a failure, and I was a failure as as a father, as a husband, and so I really had to deal with all that myself, and then I could move forward. And the second piece of that is what is the foundation, building the foundation pieces of the family. What is it that would make everybody feel safe, that they belonged and that they mattered? And walking through that, I really relied back on Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, and to give you hope and a future. And really, that's what the book is all about. I'm trying to give a little bit of hope and some future to blended families.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for writing this difficult topic, really. And it's such a great way for those that are blending their families to have discussions, to draw up a roadmap. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.